My transporter gang. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We out here today at this Range Rover dealership. About to pick up some Range Rovers. A little early. It's about 7:30. The guy, my contact, doesn't get here till about 8. I like to get here early enough so, I could just back in, get that truck nice and straight. But yeah, we at the storage lot for Range Rover. Had a bunch of cars to pick up. There's nice things going at the auction. Today should be an interesting day because I got this contact that they gave us a new account and it's gonna be a mess. Don't know what cars we're picking up, don't know how many cars we're picking up. They just say go over there, swing through, see what they got. And yeah, I don't like to operate like that, but they move a lot of cars on a week-to-week basis, so we're gonna see what they're talking about. I figured I'd tap in with y'all a little bit, take y'all on this little journey for the day. Let's see what the day has in store for us. Remember to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. You like what I got going on. I do appreciate all the comments I've been getting. Many of y'all see I respond to all the comments when I get the time to, and I just want to help those. Support don't cost nothing. It don't cost you nothing, it's just the support. So I'm gonna check in with y'all in a little bit. Oh man, just got to the auction on a super rainy day. Mother Nature just can't give us a break. Yesterday was 75 degrees. You hear what I'm telling you? 75 degrees. Now I want y'all to look at something. Not only is it raining, as you can see, downpouring, which means I'm gonna have to go out there and get into that. But look at the temperature. 39 degrees. It's 39 degrees out here. And it was just 75 yesterday. I was loving it. Out here sweating, getting the work done. Now today is just freezing cold. And I'm dreading going out here in it. I am dreading. I parked the truck and I'm just sitting here contemplating to myself like, do I really want to go put this rain suit on and go load these cars? But guess what? We gonna do it. We gotta get that bag, so we gonna do it. Worst part about today with the rain, unlike down south, like places like Texas, which I enjoy driving through, we don't have no reflectors on our markers, lane markers. So the whole way up here, 90% of the drivers on the road had no clue what lane they were in. Everyone were in double lanes. It was getting a little crazy. So the government got to get that together. We paying all these taxes. You got to at least put some reflectors on the road so people could know what lane they in and they not going crazy. So, but yeah, my boy calling me right now. Let me go ahead and pick this up and I'll tap back in with y'all in a second. Oh man, we loaded. Got 6 behind me. Got to pick up 12 more later on in the day. This rain really is a blow, but it ain't gonna stop the money. I'm over here at the Pride truck stop, about to get something to eat and keep on sliding on the road, man. You just gotta make the best out of any situation, you know what I mean? Whew, today's gonna be a good one. 18 units to move. See how quick we could get it done. Man, it never fails over here in Connecticut. This is why we got some of the worst driving records and high insurance. It rains, and look, somebody go down the embankment. This is crazy. Holding up the whole road. And more than likely, texting or speed must have been a factor. Now let me see if somebody gonna let me over. See if somebody gonna let me over. You gonna let me over? Let me over. Look at that. This is ridiculous. Connecticut got some of the worst drivers. Oh, wait. We just crossed over into the New York borderline. So let's say New York got some of the worst drivers. This is ridiculous. Hope they alright, though. Look, we got to go over. Look at this. Texas plate. Damn. Somebody having a bad day. Just keep on trucking. Oh, man. Things don't always go as planned. I tell y'all. Just leaving out of the auction, just wasted time looking for a vehicle that was not pulled, that should have been pulled. And this goes to show y'all that not everything is gonna go your way. I just dropped a few cars off at the auction and had a reload ready to go. Unfortunately, the puller did not communicate with me or dispatch that the car had an error and it wasn't pulled. I was supposed to pick up 2 cars, you know, going in the direction I'm going in. I got an 85-mile drive right now to the next auction to do a pickup, but along the way I could have dropped off these couple cars, which would have covered my diesel for the day. Unfortunately, communication is not their strongest suit for these pullers, and it wasn't communicated. I wasted an hour of my time, effort, looking for a vehicle that was not ready. This goes to show y'all, every day is not gonna be glitz and glamour. You just gotta have that positive attitude to know that, you know what, this is what it is. You gotta take it for what it is and just keep on stepping. So I'm about to slide out now to this next auction to get the 5 that's coming back down this way. About an hour-and-a-half drive. Shouldn't be too bad. It is what it is, you know. I already got to drop 4 up this way, so I'm not too mad about that. Still made some money. But I would really love to have that reload going back in the direction I'm going in to cover that diesel for the day. You know, the day was planned accordingly. If they would have communicated, trust me, the day would have went totally opposite. You know, I would have probably just went straight out to Mass and picked up and just come back and then leave some of this stuff for Monday. But you know what? Life is good. God is great. We ain't gonna complain. We just gonna, you know, let y'all see that it's not always roses out here. You gotta roll with the punches. But I'm gonna get pushing right now. Go get me some fuel for myself. You know, I gotta eat. I'm hungry. 7:56 in the morning. I'm gonna eat something real quick, then push out to Mass, get these 5 to come back in, and it should be a great end of the week for me. You know, I'm doing a lot of cars each week, 70 plus a week, and we want to keep that number consistent. You get me? Today, another weigh station skipped. Currently going through the back roads on this beautiful Saturday, avoiding the weigh station over here. I'm pretty sure they closed, but I just don't take any type of chances. I'd rather take a 5-minute detour than a possible 3-hour setback dealing with DOT over here in Connecticut. Them boys don't play no games. You know, and I always tell them, if they pull me over, I'm going right here to the tire spot. It ain't illegal to take a different route, but they know. If they catch us back here, they know. They know why you going back this way. They know. This is how we starting it off. This is how we starting it off. Number Subarus. Got a 6-pack from our regular customer. Going up to the auction. Got 2 runs for them today. 12 cars. Go ahead, drop these off real quick. Come back down, reload. But on my way back, I got some money coming back as well. Subaru sell well. I don't care what nobody say. One of the busiest dealerships we haul for is the Subaru dealerships. Consistently, they got trade-ins. And then this one right here, this little Infiniti, man, 300,000 on that. Somebody drove that thing to the moon and back. Sheesh. But we about to get on down the road. Everything buttoned up, ready to go. Finally got the truck wash this weekend. Looking real glossy, loving it. That don't last long out here though, because you got situations like that over there where you got the dirty water. But it is what it is. Let's keep it stepping. Gotta get this money, man. Let's keep pushing. Let's go. You know, one thing I don't see a lot of drivers talk about out here is the fact that you need to protect your CDL. The fact that a lot of guys are losing their CDLs over some foolishness, over going out and trying to party too hard and trying to have a good time for one night, and they end up losing their CDLs because they simply forget that you're subject to random drug screenings. Once you sign up for the clearinghouse and with the FMCSA, no matter if you company, owner op, leased on, you own your authority, you're subject to being tested. And people seem to forget that. A lot of owner-operators seem to forget that concept, because when you have your own authority or you're leased on, you don't really get dinged that much for the random screenings. People seem to forget that that's still a thing. And they go out, that one night, they smoke them something good, they pop them something good, start feeling nice. Some guys even might sniff them something. You know what I mean? And they forget that at any given time, at any given month, they could be subject to that random. And just off of that, now you're clearing house. You got something on there that say you had dirty P. You was dirty. Now you done messed the money up, messed the bag up over one night of enjoyment. And I never got that concept. I never understood that. Is it really worth it going out here for one night of pleasure to ruin it all? And that goes for everything in life, It goes for your career, and it goes for your relationships. You got you a woman at home, good woman at home. Is it worth going out for one night of pleasure and kamikaze and all of that just for one night of pleasure? If y'all know what I mean. One night of pleasure is not worth ruining your life over. A lot of us are out here making good money, running the roads, and I never seen it being worth it just to go smoke a joint, pop a pill, sniff a line. I never seen it. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing against anybody that like to smoke this stuff. I've done my thing back in the day. I used to love to smoke my joints back in the day. But ever since I got my CDL, I cleaned up my act, and I haven't looked back since, because there's nothing more important than getting that paper. Joint ain't worth losing a couple dollars that you make a day. You know what I mean? So I never understood. Guys spend all this money to go to CDL school, been working 10, 15 years in the industry, clean record, no accidents, no citations, and all of that goes down the toilet because they wanted to go out and have one good night of partying. And a lot of the times it's peer pressure that leads to them going out here and doing that, and then they're the ones regretting it whenever they get hit with that random and they fail. You know what I mean? It follows you forever. I don't know any company, I don't know any insurance company, any trucking company that will look past dirty P. I don't. When you get that failed UA on your record, I'm sorry, but you might as well hang it up. Chop that CDL up and go find you something else to do. Go work in a warehouse or something. That keep you close to the trucks. So, being out here, a lot of guys, I just want to tell y'all, man, it ain't worth it. That one little night of pleasure ain't worth it. If you want a little bit of pleasure, go drink you something. You know what I mean? Go get you a bottle of Henny. Go get you some Patron or something. Go drink something. Some people don't like drinking, but right now, you got that CDL. That's the only thing that you can do until, they get the herbs federally legal, Until it's a legal thing federally and they say us truck drivers can do it, leave it alone, man. It ain't worth it. Keep chasing the bag. Keep it between the lines. You know what I mean? Just do what you got to do and keep it on the straight and narrow, man. I'll tap in with y'all.